Hello guys, Newbury Biker. Glad to have you on the channel today. It's been a while since I've put some videos up, but this is a video I'm going to make just covering a ride out on a new bike for me. Well, it's a new bike full stop. It's the 2022 Honda NT1100. And it's based on the engine and the frame and various other bits and bobs from the Honda Africa Twin, and Honda have quite cleverly put that into a touring bike. So I'll just show you the bike now. This is the bike, and I've got it for a few hours while I'm having my bike sorted out. I'm having some electrical stuff done on my bike and a bit of a recall, but I won't talk too much about that because you may not I'm recording this and I haven't issued any videos on the bike that I currently have just yet, so I don't want to give anything away. But this is an NT1100. It comes with a full panniers and everything on it as new, and I've got a loan of it from the guys at Thunder Road Motorcycles, where I'm having my bike worked on. But it's 17-inch wheels all round with twin discs up the front. I won't go into too much detail, but it's twin discs. They look like they're 300mm to me at a guess, without getting a ruler out. And it's not a bad looking bike. And this is the front view of the bike, and side view. It's the DCT version, so you've got DCT gearbox over here, look, dual clutch, and it looks quite nice. The seat, having ridden it here to this place out in the middle of nowhere, is extremely comfortable, and we'll just whiz round the back. I won't let you see the plate, you probably see it anywhere, but the luggage looks quite nice actually. Let's have a look at the luggage. So I'll work this out as I go, guys. So that says unlock, and like so. Oh right, okay. So you've got a bag inside, a carry bag, and a reasonable amount of room. But, that does get in the way a bit there, like so. No, go again. Right, that's it. And I guess to take it off, you maybe do that. Something moved down there. I see. Right, maybe you got it. Whoa, no. It's probably too close for you to see this. I'll close that. Handles up. Maybe you got a. No. We won't worry. Oh, I see. Right. We won't worry too much about that, because I don't want to get in a situation where I can't get the things back on. But that looks like that does that, and that actually takes the box off. Do that one. Hopefully you can see. There we go. So we got a Honda tank bag. Look at that. This is all the kit that's left in the bike. So there is a little tank bag to that's quite nice actually. I quite like that. Oh, I see. Right. So you open, close, dirty hands, lock it like so. Looks quite good from the back. You are going to see the number plate, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. Looks quite nice. Nice big wide tyre on the back. Mine's a 160, so that's probably something like a 180 or something. I will have a quick look. That is a, can't see the size. It's, I think, I can't see that. It's just a bit too. Ah, it's a 180 ZR17. 17-inch wheels, 180 on the rear. You've got, looks like you've got suspension high and low adjustment, and you've got a key in there. So just go in there, see what that does. Suspect that pops that off like so. Little bit of room in the back. Helmet, there's a bit of room and a helmet lock wire in there. I think that's permanently fitted. You need to unbolt that. There's not a lot of room in there, chaps. Like so. That's that. Usual stuff, oil, various bits and bobs, oil filler here, discs, suspension, nice twin headlights. Actually, it's quite nice. For weight, it is heavy, but it rides well with the weight. So, sheep making lots of noise on this farm. I've stopped that outside a church. Very nice looking old medieval church. So we'll just turn her on, let it boot up. I'll show you the headlights. So we've got, I don't know if you can see that, we've got normal, high beam and pass. So we'll put the high beam on. See with high beam, you've got all the lights on at the front, which are quite nice. And if I just drop back to standard lights, so you've lost the two bottom lights, haven't you? You've got the two top on standard and full beams, the bottom ones underneath these ones here. Okay, Honda's driving lights running as normal. Indicators, put the indicators on so you can see the indicators flash on the front, and the other one stays on. The back will be pretty much the same. I'll turn around and give you a look at the back. So we're good there. It's quite a reasonably nice looking bike. Turn them over onto the other side, give you a look. So we've got indicators on that side, indicators on that side. Okay, so that's covers off the indicators. It's DCT, so you've got your downshift and your upshift here. Loads of functions. I wouldn't even go there because I can't find my way around that as it is. Got a handbrake or parking brake for the DCT model. You've got cruise control, your normal, neutral, drive, sports, manual and automatic functions. On here you've got your usual kill and start, throttle, no clutch of course, mirrors, standard Honda mirrors, which are quite good, and you have the function to have a lot of tech on here, Apple CarPlay and such. So when you've got your Apple CarPlay and your phone mirrored up here, you relying on your speed and your gear position and total miles and various other things on the lower section, because that would be taken up by the CarPlay. And you've got your USB connection here behind this grommet, which seems okay, but first thing, the obvious thing is if you put your phone in, you've got to have somewhere to put your phone, so you'd have to mount your phone on the handlebars and plug it in. Standard 12 volt power supply in the dash there, which is quite useful, I guess. And the screen is adjustable. That's at top position. I believe you just push it. So that's 1, 2, 3, might be 4 actually. 1, 2, that's 1, 2. Anyway, that's all the way up, and that's all the way down. And I've been riding with it up at the moment. Looks quite nice with it down for the summer, I suppose, but at the moment I've been riding with it all the way up. So upside down forks on the front, I forgot to mention that. And you've got Nissan brakes, isn't it? It looks like twin pots each side on the front. Yeah, twin pots each side on the front. And the rear brake is a single pot on the back with what looks like a 180-900. Sorry, no, 180. No, that might be 280 disc on the back, and I reckon the fronts are 330s or 320s. So very comfortable though. So I'll just start it up. Very nice actually, sound on it. It's a 270 degree crank, firing order on the bike, and there are various screen settings. You've got user 2, it's a bit slow it is. So you've got user 1, user 2, tour, which is where I had it when I was riding it out, urban, rain, back to user 1, user 2, tour. We'll leave it on tour. On tour seems to have most of the things. You can adjust your power, your engine braking, and your traction control independently, I guess, in the user modes, dedicated user modes. But like I said, it's too much to go into at the moment for me, but it sounds nice. So fuel tank, nice paint job, nice big fuel tank. I think it's about 17 litres, I think. But again, not quite sure on that, because I've just took the bike out for a ride out, and I haven't worried too much about the spec for today. I'm afraid I'm struggling with editing stuff and things on emails anyway, so I'm going to try and up my game on my videos. But for the moment, I just want to get some content on the channel and not worry about doing fancy things on it. And the weather's nice, so I've got the opportunity to get out and about. And I'll just get my gloves on if you don't mind. If you don't mind waiting, chaps. But I've gonna go out and enjoy the bike, so we'll get moving and just have a ride out, and I'll give you a sort of rundown on what she's like on the road. So on we get, and I have to climb on the thing because with the luggage on I can't see how you can mount it without using the foot pegs. But I've never ridden a bike with luggage before. But here we go. Just pop the helmet down. So into gear, off for the handbrake. We've already got the cruise control engaged. So when you use this button here, look, you can take the cruise off or cruise on. So cruise is off at the moment and we're in drive. So I'm just going to put it in sports mode. I think that is drive or sports. And then you've got, look here, you've got drive, sports. It's replicated up here as well, look. And then back to drive in first gear, and we'll put it in the sports mode because it changes up the gears rather rapidly, a bit like the DCT box in drive mode, it don't have to go up the gears, and it's a bit sluggish, which is not a problem if you're not in a hurry. But I think I'll just take it like this. So anyway, here we go. So we'll just pull away, and the suspension is very nice actually. Just whiz her up this track gently. And I'll go do a little bit of a jaunt with the screen up full. This is not a very good looking connect corner, so we're all clear. Get going. So hopefully you can hear me just fine. Got quite a lot of engine braking in sports mode, or SI2 mode, or S22 mode. It doesn't change up the gears to low down. So if I just change it back down to drive, you'll see it's holding the gears there. If I change it down to drive, and then it whizzes up the gearbox, you see, look, it's up 30, it's up into 5th, and it's chugging along in 36 miles an hour. It's like quite painful actually. So we'll put it into S1 and it drops it down the gearbox. And like I said, you can manually change the gears on the paddles on the left hand side of the cluster group on the handlebars. So I can drop it down. We're in 4th, drop it down to 2nd, and it goes nicely. It should go up the gearbox again. It's quite a nice bike actually, very comfortable. It's a more relaxing position than most bikes. Being a touring bike, you'd expect that. So we're just going to hang a left here. I think I come up this route earlier, I think that's right near the post box. So we'll just hang a left, and that's tight, easily done. Bit of back brake. I don't know if this has self-cancelling indicators. Doesn't appear to have, but maybe it has, and you just got to enable them. Either way, putting that to one side, it's a nice bike. Beautiful day. This week's supposed to be really good weather all week. We're on it's Saturday the 19th of March. Beautiful. Got a big high pressure over the UK at the moment, and the weather is fantastic. So lovely opportunity to get out on the bike. And in the sports mode, you see it's holding 4th gear here at the moment, doing 40. See if I can just change it up manually. Yeah, up to 5th. And it won't let me change above 5th, because I guess it would labour the engine. But if I put it into drive mode, so we've changed to drive here, look, D, and it's in 5th, 6th to 45, look. But if you open the throttle, we'll just see if it drops down a couple of gears. And it does, and off it goes. And that's goes pretty well. You know, it's not a sports bike, but it dropped a couple of gears and picked up quite, you know, there's a couple of seconds delay, or a second. Feels like a couple of seconds, but I don't think it will. still pretty quick. Change down on the bars, on the paddles, down to 5th, 4th, 3rd. It hasn't gone anywhere yet, hasn't gone up the gear. So it's holding the gear. Bit of brakes, because I know there's a bit of a pinch point here over a bridge. Down on the paddles, and it's come straight back up. We take it down into 3rd. Gone up. So she's going nicely. We get past the cyclists, I think. All clear. Open, a bit of open road here. Got a horse box coming. Slow it down. So with this bike you get like wind deflectors down here, look, which pushes the wind away from your hands, so you haven't got hand protectors in the standard fashion, but like additional plastic vanes which effectively keep your hands a bit warmer, keep the weather off. You also get like feet protectors as standard, I believe, on the bike. So when we stop at this junction, look, so we'll just stop and bend down, and you can see there's like feet protectors down here which keep the wind off your feet. And we just pull away and get going again. So it's quite a well protected bike behind the fairing of the front and the screen, and like I said, the screen is in the highest position at the moment. So just open her up. Woo! Got a bit of go. Like we're just in normal drive. It's a 50 mile an hour road. I'm doing 55-ish. And if I were in top gear, so if I just drop it down 2 cogs and go. Held in 4th, so it doesn't. I'll change up manually up into 6th, but it definitely seems to hold the gears when it understands that you want to go, and it goes, but it doesn't immediately change the gears up like you if you're in like the economy drive. It seems to maintain the gears so you can have a bit of fun on it. But it is my first ride out on this bike. It's quite nice. This is DCT version with panniers. I think it's coming in at something like 13,300 on the road. You'd have to check with your local Honda dealer. I know it's a 900 or so more for the DCT than the manual. It was lovely around those corners for as a touring bike. So I think you're looking at I think it's 11,999 for the manual and excuse me, 12. I think it's 12,999 for the DCT actually, rather than 13,300. I could be wrong, but it's about approximately £1,000 difference in the price of the bike between the DCT and the manual, which is going around these corners lovely. Suspension's very well composed, very relaxing to ride. 53 top gear in drive, fine. It does come with heated grips as well. Honda's heated grips, which has like sort of 4 or 5 different settings, heat temperature settings, as part of the package. So for example, if you were to compare this with the NC750X, what you're getting for the extra money is 100 horsepower instead of 60, or thereabouts, 90 odd, 100 horsepower. Fairly good screen on it, because the NC doesn't come with a very good screen as standard. You have to upgrade that for touring. All the panniers, I don't know what the miles to the gallon is on this bike. I could imagine it must be 50-ish. But as a touring option, you lose the trunk. On the NC you have the additional compartment for the trunk, but on this bike you do have all the panniers comes included with the price of the bike. Lovely and smooth. When I say it's smooth under the wheels on the road, suspension wise. The gearbox is a bit clunky I should say. But I think the DCT is a winner for touring, really. No hassles riding really. Which is nicely balanced. Very nicely balanced. It tips around nicely. It's in top gear at 41 mile an hour in drive. So I just pop it in the S sports mode, so you'll see it's come down to 4th now. It doesn't ride up the gearbox so high. And I can get my feet down on the ground easy enough with this. The seat is really comfy. No vibrations through the handlebars or the foot pegs, and it's a nice ride. Yeah, it doesn't let you you go up the paddle, it drops the cruise off, so we'll just do the reset. Nicely balanced. I'm just leaning the bike without steering hardly, just got my hands on loosely, just lean over and the bike goes. So I've got the cruising gauged at 49 mile an hour luck, and the bike's doing 48, but 49.50, and we're in a 50 mile an hour limit, and it maintains it lovely. I don't know if when I came down the hill, I don't know if it's the engine brake and slows the bike down, whether it actually applies the brakes, not sure, but it seems to have enough engine braking to maintain the speed downhill, so the bike doesn't run beyond the setting on the cruise control, purely just with the weight of the bike going down the hill. Granted, it wasn't a very big hill, but I could feel the thing slowing down under the either the brakes or the engine braking. So you can feel the wind here outside of the envelope. Bring your hand in and there's none on the handles, just outside, so that these little devices, these little shrouds down here, definitely shift the wind away from your hands. Very nice. Serious piece of kit for cruising. I actually quite like the luggage on it. I like the luggage. Didn't think I'd like the luggage, but I do. Haven't actually experienced using it and the pitfalls with it, but it looks quite sturdy, good quality. It's not cheap. I think it's, you know, it comes with the bike actually, but if it didn't, typically if you were buying Honda luggage, you'd have to, you know, spend for the two panniers and the top box, you'd have to spend about 1800 quid normally for other models in the Honda range. So just to give you some sort of an indication on, if you like, the value of the cases. So if you were to say top boxes and side panniers and the main centre stand, you're probably looking at sort of 1800, 2000 pounds of value on the bike, and the bike's sort of 1300 pounds all in, so you're paying like 1100 for the DCT version without the cases, if you looked at it that way. And you're looking at £2,500 more for the equivalent NC750, effectively just for the bike. And for that you're getting the cruise, the 90/100 horsepower motor, you know, so there's quite a few extra things there for your money. And a touring bike you don't have to add anything to go cruising. I guess everyone wants to put something on it, and you probably will have some things you want to put on, but otherwise, lovely bike. Bring around the corner. Woohoo! Lovely. Down the gearbox. It's extremely well planted on the road, very nicely planted and stable. Brakes seem steady enough. I'm laughing because this tractor is clocking up nearly 50 mile an hour, and this lot are making not much effort to get past it. So we'll just take a right hand turn here. head on back down to Thunder Road shop motorbikes in Gloucester, and they're just down off a Spinnaker Way, I think it is, and I can flat foot this behind the pegs easy. And like I said, I'm 5'7", and I've got a 31 inch inside leg. This seat is comfy, feels very composed on the road round the corners, actually, very reassuring. Where key in, take it to the unlock position, lift the handle up and pull up and out. Simples. Put them on, push it down, put the handle down, I suppose, that's it. Open it. Oh no, pull that up to open it. Side bag. Bag of kit. Probably like so. Unlock it. Rear unit. Open. Close. Shut that. Lift this. Comes off. Look at that. So just take the back panniers off, see what it looks like, because we can do that. Got ya. Take the next one off. He says unlock, handle up, pull. It's just a bit stiff. Yeah. Right. That's what it looks like without the panniers. Looks pretty good, actually. Yeah. Does look good. It's looks quite big actually when it's all off. But on the bike without the luggage, looks okay. I see Honda's skimped down there, look, because all the shit goes on your suspension. On my bike, the same. But still got quite good ground clearance on that bike, even though it's the Africa Twin lowered down. More ground clearance than my bike. Something to think about. Anyway, Newbury Biker saying cheerio, and thanks for tuning in. If you haven't been to my channel before, if you would like to subscribe, that would be appreciated, and press the like button, and of course the notification button to be notified of any new videos I post. Thank you very much. Cheerio. Alright, get rid of that.